Hello, you're watching 7's Afternoon News live from Perth. I'm Natalia Cooper. Police are hunting a gunman after a dramatic crime spree across Perth today. A pub and petrol station in Nedlands were robbed at gunpoint within minutes of each other this morning. Then this afternoon, a student was carjacked near the University of WA. Jeff Parry is monitoring the manhunt from Wembley and joins me now. Jeff, what's happening there? All right, thanks, Jeff. And police are still searching for a gang of youths wanted over a crime spree through several Perth suburbs on Monday night. The gang abandoned a stolen grey BMW at Queen's Park late yesterday. Police then spotted the suspects last night in another allegedly stolen BMW. Police gave chase and the car hit a power pole at Hamilton Hill. The suspects escaped on foot. Forensic police are now examining both cars for clues. Some of the suspects are believed to be just 13 years old, armed with knives and machetes. They're accused of robbing houses, smashing car windows and attacking two men. Border Protection authorities have intercepted two boats off the northwest coast carrying a total of 255 asylum seekers. They'll now be taken to Christmas Island. Damien Smith at Parliament House in Canberra with the details. Damien Smith reporting there from Canberra. A Port Kennedy teenager who was shot at outside her home last week has pleaded for the gunman to give themselves up. The 17-year-old was outside having a cigarette last Thursday when the pair opened fire.
I saw them run up. I've ducked behind the pillar like this. As they've shot, I've ducked down and then I've run inside.
The men were wearing balaclavas. Police are investigating if it was a case of mistaken identity. There was a series of letterbox bomb attacks in Perth's northern suburbs last night. Explosives were set off in at least 3 letterboxes at Hammersley, Greenwood and Madley. No one was hurt. Police say the motive is a mystery and want anyone with information to call Crime Stoppers. An alleged assassination attempt sparked by a bikie gang war is at the centre of a Perth trial that started today. Rebels bikie president Nick Martin was shot at in the driveway of his Balcatta home in March last year. Prosecutors say it was an attempt on his life by a member of a rival gang, the Rock Machine. A 31-year-old whose identity is suppressed has pleaded not guilty to attempted murder. The trial is set down for 2 weeks. Surf lifesaving officials say emotional factors rather than safety are behind a decision to move their championships away from Queensland's Kurrawa Beach. Kurrawa has been dumped for next year's event after the deaths of 3 young competitors, most recently 14-year-old Matt Barclay. Amanda Abbate is following the story. Australia's struggling car manufacturing industry has suffered a new hit, with more than 100 jobs at a Melbourne parts supplier in jeopardy. Receivers for APV automotive components say if they can't stay afloat, thousands more jobs across the country will be at risk. Brendan Donoghue reports from Melbourne. Thousands of screaming girls took over central Sydney this morning to see the world's biggest boy band. Some One Direction fans had to be treated by paramedics after being caught up in the crowd crush when the UK boys arrived for an appearance on Sunrise. They're not coming to Perth this time, but hinted they might head west next year. Well, still to come on the afternoon news, finance with the West Australian's Nick Evans. And 5 minutes of terror. Hear from the victim of a violent home invasion in Perth's northern suburbs. 2 men have been bashed with brick pavers during a violent home invasion at Inglewood overnight. Reporter Alexis Donkin has the details. Now here's Monica Koss with a preview of tonight's edition of Today Tonight. Thanks, Monica. After the break, the top stories from regional WA with Noel Brunning at the GWN 7 News Desk. And after 9 months kept alive by machines, a brave little boy finally gets a new heart. A 3-year-old British boy has been kept alive by an artificial heart for a record 9 months. A donor heart eventually became available and the youngster is now a picture of health.
Can you up now?
Yeah?
I got a little one.
A little one?
Yeah, I have another one. Another little one.
Joe isn't out of the woods yet. He still needs drugs to stop his body rejecting his new heart. But right now, he's one happy little boy.
Well, the race for the White House is a lot clearer after Rick Santorum ended his bid to become the Republican nominee. Police have seized drugs worth more than $300,000 after two major raids in the Great Southern region. Noel Brunning has the details from the GWN 7 News Desk.
Thanks, Natalia. That's the latest from around country WA. Back to you, Natalia.
Thanks, Noel. After the break, I'll have the weather details with a cooler change on the way, plus an Olympian's comeback after losing his mojo. WA Olympic gold medalist Steve Hooker says he is determined to make it to London. A secret, specially designed training base has resurrected his Olympic dream just months after the pole vaulter confessed he'd lost his winning touch. Steve Hooker there, and we wish him luck. Now to today's weather. It was warm again. We almost hit 32 degrees, but it's going to cloud over and cool down a little over the next few days. 29 tomorrow, 27 the top on Friday, 26 and 28 over the weekend. And that's all from the Perth News Desk for now, but stay with us. After the break, Samantha Armitage will have the rest of the afternoon news.